Okay, so let us wait a little bit more for the others. So while waiting, do you guys have a question so far?
Sir, may isang question po.
Yes.
Sir, since virtual reality yung sa topic natin, sir, naku-curious lang kasi ako, sir, kung considered ba or related ba yung holographic images sa AR?
Mm, actually, no. Since it's being provided by the other devices. Kapag sinabi kasi natin augmented reality, so nasusuperimpose siya gamit yung nakikita natin. Like for example, merong glass dito. Okay, like kita nyo ba yung screen ko? Can you guys see my screen right now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, like for example, this one, if there is a glass and then ito nakikita nyo dito ngayon, so that's augmented reality. Pero kapag wala yung glass, tapos merong holographic, let's say, anything that's being uh, na projected doon, uh, holographic na siya, picture na siya, or holographic image na siya. Okay. So matatawag lang natin siyang augmented or virtual kapag meron kayong suot na device. Okay, using a glass, kaya ito na siguro yung pinakamaliit na factor na pwede natin isuot to experience augmented or virtual reality. Okay.
Okay, sir.
All right. So I think most of you are already in here. So I think kagaya ng sabi ko kanina, this would be the perfect thing or device that let's say Google or Microsoft or any other big companies out there that needs to perfect. Okay? So kapag meron siguro tayo nito, I think tapos mura pa, I think magiging napakalaking selling point ng augmented reality sa buong mundo. Okay, like imagine without you looking on your smartphone, okay, you can check your map. Like for example, on the right side you have your map right here, and then on the left side it will navigate you. You going right or going left, and then how many meters left before on that specific turning point. Okay, so mga ganun. And then the same with this one. Like for example, you don't know the price of that object, but having this kind of glass, you will see that this one is worth $89. Okay. So hindi though di man siya matching, okay. So hindi siya nagma-match doon sa background, pero parang ganun yung gusto niyang sabihin. Okay, dito. So you can already see the price of that thing in here. And then on the right side, maybe some uh, parang basic interface that you can have, like the date, the time, and then maybe some of your applications. And then I don't know what is this one for, but maybe you can do some or you can check some applications on your right side. So something like those. And then here are the example of smart glasses. Okay, so napakarami. Just check them out. And then we have here gesture based solution. So ito rin yun. Ito siguro yung pinakamalaking uh, pagsubok pagdating sa augmented reality. So if we wanted it to make interactive experience as possible, right? So dapat kapag suot mo to, like you can just easily, parang swipe to air. Okay, you can touch, you can scroll, you can swipe, you can pick. Okay, you can maybe zoom out. Okay, so once we have this kind of technology, then maybe AR is going to become a big deal when it comes to our technology. Okay, so wala pa kasi. Okay, though meron naman ng iba, pero hindi pa siya fully developed. Okay, so marami nagsasabi na ito is via a virtual remote control. Okay, you can type via a virtual keyboard. Though mas marami pa rin pinipili yung nahahawakan kasi. Like it's not satisfying if you're typing on your keyboard and then you're not feeling that you are touching that let's say anong tawag dito? Key buttons or yung keystroke or basta yung itong mga nasa buttons natin sa keyboard. Okay. Well, anyway, so yeah, all those gesture-based solution. And then we have here AR applications. Okay, AR is used in many fields such as, of course, marketing, travel navigation, maintenance and repair, entertainment, medical, education, etc. So as you guys can see, wala pang games dito. Pero mostly kasi, mostly sa travel navigation siya nagagamit. I don't know, but this one is most useful when it comes to traveling, since yun na nga, parang mas malaking tulong kapag hindi ka natitingin sa cellphone mo kapag natingin sa mapa. Okay, pero kapag sa games, mas marami pa rin nag-e-enjoy, okay, gamit lang yung normal smartphone or normal na PC instead of having a virtual reality or augmented reality. Okay, and then ito yung sinasabi kong key augmented reality. Like here, wala talagang people dyan, but you can, uh, let's say, see, okay, how does it really look like in that placemat, okay, sa puting ito. Okay, so you can maybe turn, you can change color maybe, okay, and you can maybe choose another furnitures or ano pa ba, or kung ano man yung mga binebenta doon na meron supported neto. Okay, and then we have this penguin navi. So this is one fun for say enjoy, nakaka-enjoy enjoying application to use. So this one is Penguin Navi Route or Route Guide app. Okay, so in here you just need to follow, okay, those penguins. Like for example, sinet nyo yung uh, place nyo where you wanted to go. Let's say for example Jollibee. Okay, so i-open nyo lang yan, and then kailangan nyo lang sundan yung mga penguin. Okay, so just check this one out. So this one is a good application. So nakaka-intriga. Wala talagang penguin doon sa harapan. Okay. Pero, ayun, kailangan nyo lang sundan to, and then ihahatid kayo ng penguin dun sa destination nyo. Okay? And then, ito yung sinasabi ko for cars or any repair, okay, that you'll be needing. For example, this one is, I don't know what this one is. Let's see, a machine, okay? So, gamit yung augmented reality, okay? So, this one can solve how to maybe fix the problem that you are looking for. Let's say, may hinahanap kang components, hindi mo mahanap, and then just place maybe this one. Okay, as long as this one is supported by augmented reality, then you can easily identify that this one is the device that you are looking for. Okay, so procedures of maintenance is shown by video and 3D animation. Well, not enough information, but anyway, this one is for troubleshooting your machine. Okay, and then we have here for educational. Okay, so we have this paper wherein you just need to maybe use your application and then place it in front of this picture right here, and then those pictures will become alive. Like for example, this one. Okay, so ito yung drawing mo, and then parang pupunta siya mismo dito sa background na to. Okay, like it's a moving fish. Okay, and then another educational app right in this one is EDED Triceratops. Okay, pero pag ginamitan mo siya ng ER, so it's like alive, okay, in front of your uh, cell phone. Okay, realistic picture. And then more applications for medication. So ito pwede kayong mag-demo. Okay, like for example, this one holographic view of patient's internal anatomy, okay, which are reconstructed from CT or MRI. And then ER allows for more advanced preoperative imaging studies. Okay, and then we have here the interactive ER with motion controller. So ito na yung gumagamit tayo ng, I don't know, maybe for uh, uh, dance pa yun, yung sumasayaw, I don't know, sa Xbox pa yun. And meron siyang device na ginagamit wherein suot mo lang to, and then makikita mo yung sarili mo na sumasayaw din maybe. And then at the same time, may mga kasama ka sa paligid mo, but they are not really physically around you. Okay? So, yeah, as long as meron ka nung device na yon, okay, or yung sensor na yon, I don't know what that sensor is, pero yeah, so you can already use that one for entertainment. And then we have here, ano pa ba? So I don't know where this one is for, but this one seems this one, pero ang nadidetect niya lang yata is the skeletal part, but that's something like that. Okay, where it's detecting that you are in front of that device, and then maybe if you move, this one will also move. This is skeletal thing. And then the other thing is the 3D clothes are superimposed on a user. So ito, punta ka lang sa harapan, and then maybe with the help of a big screen, so it will superimpose your body, wherein you can choose this maybe clothes, and then masusuperimpose yun sa katawan mo. And then you can test if it's good on your body, okay, maybe, or on your color tone. So, though hindi siya ganun ka-perfect, pero at least meron, di ba? And then, we have this virtual shooting game. So, I don't know if uh, meron ng official na larong ganito. So, I think this one would be very, very interesting. Okay, so imagine wala naman talagang tao sa harapan, pero just by navigating precisely, okay, you will see that there are some monster or zombies in front of you. Okay, or of course sa harapan lang ng cellphone mo, pero sa in real world wala talaga. Okay, and then we have here development tools for or of ER application. So you can use as a bar, waking up, wikitude, or asthma, or a liar. I think mas marami pa ngayon. So it says here previews, a programming skill was required to develop a ER app. But right now, programming skill is not required because some development tools enables us to create application. So para siguro siyang drag and drop na lang. So I have an experience creating a augmented reality app or virtual reality app. But I think mas madali na lang yan. Okay? Like for example, this one. So this one is an application, okay, created on a smartphone, wherein using a card, okay, using a card, you can uh, parang lalabas mismo doon. So I think this one is ideal for Yu-Gi-Oh games. Okay, I don't know if you guys are familiar with that one, yung may mga cards. And then yun. So instead of having a card only, okay, so lalabas mismo yung monster or yung character niyo dun sa card. Like for example, this one. Okay. So napakagandang laro nun kung sakaling magiging totoo. Though wala pa talaga yatang gumagawa since I think hindi siya ganun kadaling gawin for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it's easy, maybe it's no. So you can use AR Toolkit. Okay, you can use Google AR Core. You can use Apple AR Kit. Okay, Max. So marami pa. Wikitude, kagaya ng na-mention dito kanina. Ito. And so on and so forth. So napakaraming tools for you to be able to develop a augmented reality application. Okay, oops. So in conclusion, AR is already available technology. So with the use of a smartphone, PC, and any other device that you can think of. And then many kinds of application is published. Okay, so for example, yung mga application na pinakita ko sa inyo kanina, and then yung games na Pokemon. So official na rin yan. And then ER has many potential for use of learning, like for medical operation, and then drawing picture. So I don't know if you guys have already watched uh, the Good Doctor. So yung isang doctor doon, si Mr. Shan, nag-practice siya na mag-opera. I don't remember anymore, but he used the technology of augmented reality, okay, to practice on a uh, let's see, ano bang tawag doon? Hindi naman totoong pasyente, dummy patient, okay, where it's not a real patient, and then pinag-practicean yun, and then with the help of augmented reality. Okay, and then creating AR content has become easy. And then here's the reference for my uh, slide shares. Okay, so 3 websites. And then that's it for the augmented reality. So, any questions so far? Hello, hello.
None, sir.
Okay, so if you guys don't have a question anymore, then let's now proceed to the next module, which is the virtual reality. So let's make this one real quick since once you've learned augmented reality, this one is much more easier to understand, since virtual reality is a lesser technology. Okay, I would say that this one is a lower technology than augmented reality. Okay, so what is virtual reality? Virtual reality refers to a high-end user interface that involves real-time simulation and interactions through multiple sensorial channels. So why VR is able to immerse you in a computer-generated world of your own making. Let's say a room, a city, the interior of human body. And then with VR, you can explore any uncharted territory of the human imagination. So to make it short, you're the one who's creating everything. Okay, so in augmented reality, you need the environment, okay, for you to maximize that technology. But in virtual reality, you're the ones creating your own environment. You're the ones creating the objects in front of you, okay, and then everything that is moving, everything that you will see is coming from generated thing. Okay, so lahat artificial. So let's just have a brief history. So this one was actually started way back 1950s. So we had a flight simulators were built by US Air Force to train student pilots. So ito pala yung sinasabi ko kanina. Okay, hindi pala siya augmented reality. So when it comes to practicing pilots to drive or before let's say flighting, okay, a real airplane, okay, or jet. So you have to use this flight simulator. So you're going to use virtual reality, okay, and then you'll practice in there. And then 1965, so they were able to develop this ultimate display. Okay, so this is uh, a research program for computer graphics. Okay, I don't know where the one the where the one where they've used this one. Okay, but this one is an ultimate display. Maybe uh, they are saying that before this one is already the ultimate display, just like having a so parang nagumpisa kasi tayo sa TV, right? Let's see, mga TV. So maliit hanggang sa palaki ng palaki, hanggang sa parang ang gustong mangyari ng tao, lahat na nakikita natin is pure the screen. Let's see, sabihin na natin cinema. Pero hindi pa rin siya enough eh. May nakikita ka pa rin obstacle sa gilid mo. Okay? So, they call this one ultimate display. Maybe kasi kahit saan ka lumingon, okay, you can see that it's like you are in there in that movie itself. Okay, so parang 360 degree vision. Okay, so that is why maybe they call this one the ultimate display. So though hindi ko pa alam kung saan siya nagamit dati, hindi ko na search. Maybe for a movie, maybe that's one uh, probability, or pwedeng sa game mismo. Okay, so habang naglalaro ka, so para kang nandun mismo sa laro. And then 1988, a commercial development of VR began. So hindi pa talaga siya masyadong na-introduce sa mga tao dati. Hanggang sa dumating yung 1988, hanggang sa meron na siya mga commercials. And then 1991, first commercial entertainment VR system virtuality was released. Okay, and then today's current virtual reality of gear owes a depth of gratitude to the pioneering inventors of the past 6 decades who paved the way for the low-cost, high-quality devices which are easily accessible. So be sure to visit the VR flight simulators at the Franklin Institute to experience a virtual environment yourself. So, sa lugar na mismo to, sa Franklin Institute. So, hindi natin mapupuntahan to since sa ibang bansa ito. Anyway, so we have here the types of VR systems. So we have the WoW or the Windows on World, and then we have the immersive VR, which is the common one. Okay, kung ano man yung meron tayo ngayon using the head-mounted display, we call that one immersive VR. And then we have here the tele presence. Okay, let's start with WoW first, or Windows on World. So this one is also called desktop VR. So using conventional computer monitor to display the 3D virtual world. Actually, yung nasa harapan nyo ngayon, yan na yun. Windows on World niyan. We call that one WoW or desktop VR. Okay, and then immersive VR is a completely immerse the user's personal viewpoint inside the virtual 3D world. So of course, with the use of those devices. Okay, so ito talaga yung full experience when it comes to VR. And then the user has no visual contact with the physical world and often equipped with a head-mounted display. Okay, and then the last one is telepresence. So this is a variation of visualizing complete computer-generated worlds, and then links remote sensors in the real world with senses of a human operator, and then the remote sensors might be located on a robot, useful for performing operations in dangerous environments. So kung dito, parang ikaw lang gumagalaw mismo. Sa telepresence, parang pwede kang i-imitate, okay, or i-generate mo yung movement mo sa isang robot. Like for example, this one. So, ito lang yung meron sa'yo mismo. Okay, isasot mo lang yung arm na to. And then, whatever is your movement in here, so it will be the same movement on this robotic arm. So, helpful to, lalo na sa mga dangerous places na pwedeng puntahan ng robot. So, maybe sa volcanoes, sa, let's see, maliliit na lagusan. Okay. So, you can use this one. Okay. This telepresence VR. And then a VR example. So, correction, this one is augmented. Uh, this one is virtual. Okay. Example. So, in here, parang magkakaroon ka ng sarili mong picture of your own car, and then parang same lang siya na augmented reality, but of course with complete out of vision uh, on the back of it, okay, or in front of it. So gamit lang yung virtual reality. Okay, and then we have this one, distributed VR. So hanggang ngayon, marami nang gumagawa nito. So ito yung parang unang-unang simulation ng let's say nagdadrive ka ng kotse. Okay, so ito talaga siya. And then parang dinagdagan mo pa ng background na ganito. Okay. So ganyan yung nakikita mo sa paligid mo. Though ganito lang naman talaga siya, plain white lang naman. And then meron ka ring mga I don't know what you call this one, this hand uh, motion sensor wherein nadidetect niya kung ginagalaw mo na ba to, and so on and so forth. And then, as a result, you will have this one. Okay. So, wala naman talagang babae doon. Okay. And then, you can, it's like you're driving a car, okay, in reality. So, parang ganun. Since meron ka namang hinahawakan na steering wheel, and then you have your own I don't know what you call that one, yung para sa cambio, sa primera, segunda, and then maybe sa preno, and then sa gas. Okay. And you can have a complete experience using virtual reality. Okay. And then we have this head-mounted display. So kung ano yung meron kanina sa augmented reality, of course, we also have that one in head-mounted display. It's just that, of course, the vision is not going to pass through, okay, on this. So, sarado lahat to since yung vision nyo is nanggagaling lahat sa loob. Okay, so siya mismo yung magja-generate. Okay, and then lahat-lahat na naririnig mo, nakikita mo is just uh, artificial only. Okay, so they are not real. And then we have here the binocular omnipresence orientation. So, ganun pa rin naman siya. Okay, so suot mo pa rin siya pero mas malaki siya. So this one is a head-coupled stereo scopic display device. So this one uses CRT to provide high-resolution display. So it says here that this one is convenient to use and then fast and accurate build and tracking. Pero I think walang gumagamit na itong boom na to since medyo malaki siya. Pero I think useful siya in some situations maybe. But mostly, when you say virtual reality or augmented reality, parang ito na yun, complete package na siya. Okay. And then we have this key automatic virtual environment. So this key right here is this room, okay, wherein it's enclosed by three uh, let's see, walls. Okay, so this one provides solution of immersion by projecting stereo images on the walls and floor of a room size cube. So wala naman talaga nasa paligid. Let's say maybe you could say that this is a simulation game wherein you can enter to this room wherein this is your maybe your uh, bedroom, okay, or any room that you can think of. Okay. So, perfect to kapag meron kayong mga simulation games wherein, let's say, haunted games. Papasok ka, maglalakad ka, you can touch that thing. But of course, some of them are just super imposed. Okay. And then, one difficult thing in here. So, dapat alam mo kung saan mismo yung placement ng tao, kung nasan ka na ba, malapit ka na ba sa wall, okay, malayo ka pa ba, and so on and so forth. Since hindi mo nga nakikita yung nasa paligid mo, it's just purely virtual uh, pictures. Okay, so a head tracking system continuously adjusts stereo projection to the current position of the leading viewer. And then we have here the yung sinasabi kong kanina sa kamay. Okay, we call that one data glove. Okay, so this one is outfitted with sensors on the fingers as well as an overall position or an orientation tracking equipment. So, bawat galaw mo, let's say kapag ito, siguro ginalaw mo tong pointy finger mo, madidetect yun ng system because, I don't know, maybe may stretch tong wire na to, okay? Or kung ano man yung sensor na nagdi-detect niyan. Okay? Since hindi pa ako nakasubok ng isa, okay, and then how those sensors work. So, yeah, it can detect that kind of motion. Okay, so it enables natural interaction with virtual objects by hand gesture recognition. And then we have your control devices. So control virtual objects in 3 dimension. So for example, meron kang pipindutin sana sa virtual reality room mo. So of course, may kailangan mo na mga physical control devices. So this is an example of a control devices. So dapat na hawakan mo siya of course, okay, using your hand, and then just by clicking that one, and then let's say mag-open yung room, okay, or kung ano man yung mga magagawa mo dun sa object na yun, okay, depending on how you program this control device. Okay, and then we have here the technologies for the software. So mostly we have this language C or C++. So meron din tayong C Sharp and then Java, okay, but mostly ang ginagamit nila is C or C++. Okay, so kahit ano doon, and you can use those. Depende na lang sa availabilities ng libraries. Okay, and then we have here authoring system. So complete programs with graphical interfaces for creating worlds without resorting to detailed programming. And then the last one, so meron tayong mga softwares dito wherein we can program, okay, using this programming libraries. So we have a freeware which is called the multiverse. So I haven't checked this one yet. So if you guys have this kind of device and then you would like to, explore more about virtual reality, so we can check this software package which is called the multiverse. So this is just a free application, and then we have Virtual Reality Studio, which is will cost you $100. We have Sense 8, which will cost you $1,000, and then Autodesk, which is over $1,000. Okay, so I think marami pang iba dyan na libre din, and then marami pang iba na paid applications wherein you can create virtual reality software. And then we have here the VRML. So VRML is a virtual reality modeling language. So this is the standard language for interactive simulation within the World Wide Web. Okay, so kung connected yung application mo sa let's say internet and or website, then ito dapat yung gamitin mo, VRML. So it allows to create virtual worlds network via the internet and hyperlink with the World Wide Web. Okay, so VR models can be viewed by Netscape or IE with a browser plugin. Okay, so here's the architecture of VR system. So of course, meron tayong input processor dito. So input processor could be anything. So it could be your mouse, could be your keyboard, as long as it's an input device. Okay, and we have here a simulation processor. So how will it process the things that you put in there? So for example, pag click mo yung right click mouse mo, maybe mag-open yung door. Okay, pag click mo yung left click, let's see, pwedeng babaril siya. Okay, it will shoot someone. So depending on your program. Okay, and then the rendering processor of course will output, okay, the kung for example right click is to open the door, it will open the door, and then left click is to shoot someone, and some bullets will come out to your gun maybe. Okay, so parang mga ganun. So we have here the input processor. So just like what I mentioned a while ago, so this could be a keyboard, mouse, a 3D position trackers, or even a voice recognition system. And then we have here the processor. So this is the core of a VR system. So this one takes the user inputs along with any task program into the world and determine the actions that will take place in the virtual world. So depende na kung anong action yung ilalagay nyo doon. So depende sa program na gagawin nyo. Okay? And then the last one that will render everything, okay, that you put in there, and then after processing it. So ano yung makikita natin? So it could be visual, could be auditory or haptic or other sensory systems. Okay. And then we have here the world database, which is we could just say that this is a cloud or any storage you can uh, access the let's say yung object, okay, yung images or yung code mismo, okay, that you are going to render on your VR system. Okay. And then we have here the some applications, okay, or yung naman tawag dito for entertainment. Okay, so mostly of course sa movie. So yung tinatawag natin the ultimate display, since lahat ng vision mo is meron. Okay? And maybe for games, though marami ng games na nagawa dyan, pero kailangan mo pa rin ng napakagandang sensor or napakagandang hardware. So, medyo rare yung ganitong setup for games. But yeah, still possible. Pero medyo expensive nga lang. Okay, and then for medicine, seeing with augmented reality, it's just that in here, uh, your complete vision is coming from your device itself. Okay, and then for manufacturing, so you can easily create a prototype maybe just by having this device. Though this one is still not put into reality since vision lang kasi meron tayo eh. Unless meron ka ng complete, let's see, devices for hands, for the things around you that you can maybe get that one, and then parang yung parang Iron Man. Okay, so imagine nyo lang yung sa parang sa Iron Man kanina sa augmented reality. So parang ganun. Okay, so pwede siyang bumuo ng robot. Okay, and then bahala na siya kung ano yung mga pwede niyang gawin doon. Pero kagaya ng sabi ko, medyo mahirap siyang gawin. Okay, considering that this one is mostly for viewing only. Okay. Medyo mahirap gawin yung mga sensors or yung mga kakailanganin natin para makapag-create ka ng complete laboratory mo. Okay, and then we have here some applications for education and training. So we have the most common for the driving simulators, flight simulators, ship simulators, and then tank simulators. Okay, so flight simulators mostly dito siya ginagamit. And then driving simulators pwede rin. Ship simulators pwede rin I think, pero hindi siya ganun gamit na gamit. And then tank simulators, pwede rin naman kung gusto mo mag-drive ng tank. But when it comes to real world, ito talaga siya. Dito siya na-apply sa flight and then driving simulators. Okay. Ito nga rin pala ay yung sinasabi kong handheld device. So maliban sa gloves, we also have this one too. Hindi ko alam kung ilang buttons yung meron, but I think there's only two. One for the left and then one for the right. So, one action for the left and then one action for the right. So, depende yun sa mismong program kung para saan ba siya. Okay, maybe this one is to hold, this one is to move, and so on and so forth. Okay, so here are the current problems and future work. So, ito yung mga problema natin, of course, cyber sickness or simulator sickness. So, baka meron yung mga ibang tao, let's say, nagkakaroon sila ng simulator sickness. Okay, para silang nalulula or nahihilo. Okay, and slow fidelity, magastos, lack of integration between application packages since hindi pa siya fully developed talaga when it comes to real world applications. And then the good thing about this one is it's high fidelity system, cost saving, collaborative, and then high level contact between participants in distributed VR. So as you guys can see right here, medyo contradicting siya. So it says here low fidelity and then expensive. okay, at the same time. And then it says here high fidelity and then cost saving at the same time. So depende na to mismo sa paggagamitan nyo. Okay? So we could say that yes, it's cost saving, okay, in some cases, lalo na sa flight simulation. And then at the same time, it's expensive kasi kakailanganin mo ng mga additional hardwares and then equipments. Okay, so uh, ganun na lang para masabi natin 50-50 siya. So, expensive in some cases and then cost saving in some cases. Okay, so as a summary, visualization of complicated large data is helpful for understanding and analysis. So VR offers us a new way to interact with computer. So VR enables us to experience a virtual world that is impossible in real world. And then lastly, virtual reality is changing our life. Eventually, VR will increasingly become a part of our life. So if you're planning to create an application on virtual reality, so you might want to check Unity for virtual reality. So dito maraming mga pre-made, okay, na packages. So ilo-load mo na lang, pwede mong i-modify, pwede mong baguhin in your own preference. Okay. So as long as you have the device itself, yung mismong head-mounted display. Okay, so you can create some applications using the Unity. Okay. So try to explore this one. And then marami tayong tutorials sa YouTube. So yun nga lang, hindi ko mapakita, hindi nyo rin magawa sa ngayon since wala tayo nung hardware. So that's one problem uh, for us right now sa akin and then as you guys as a student. Unless you are willing to spend some money to buy that device and then you can start exploring on how to create virtual applications. Okay, so yeah, that's it for the VR. So again, we don't have enough time anymore and then we still have one more module. So 13 slides na lang to. So mabilis na lang siguro to mamaya. So goodbye for now and then see you guys later. So we can discuss the MR or mixed reality.